Hey, what's up? So, I'm using my camera now. I'm gonna start using my camera rather than my phone. But anyway, um, second video of the day. Working with God is a process. It's not always gonna have an instant result. Sometimes I would pray to God and I would get instant results, but they never lasted. Basically, I would ask God. Prayer is just talking. Prayer is just talking to God. It's a fancy word for that. But I would ask God, can you take away the spirit attachments? Can you dissolve the hallucinations, the psychic attacks, the voices, the thought blocks, the beliefs, the bad beliefs that just get implanted into my brain? I would ask God to remove that, and it would get removed in like just moments after I would ask, but they would come back. And this is something I struggle with is the patience to deal with these things while still knowing that God is working in your favor. And when I say God, I'm not a Christian, but or any Abrahamic faith, but you can see God as what the Native Americans call the Great Spirit, or what Ralph Waldo Emerson calls the Oversoul. The New Age people call it the cosmic consciousness. Sometimes people call it the universal mind. It's basically this consciousness that is existence itself plus more, whatever an individual cannot comprehend beyond all these things. God is infinite, it's eternal. I just call it God because it's easy to call it that. But anyway, it's a process. So this is just a reminder that when things aren't going right, when things are very confusing and difficult to deal with, whether it's schizophrenia, mental illness, or anything you're dealing with in your life, psychic attacks, just hold on to this thought that it's going to take time. Something I've realized and come to terms with is that God works on his own time, not in human time or earthly time. As far as why God doesn't just take away your problems in an instant, I would say I don't know, but I don't know why. But it's probably because God is testing your faith and building your strength. That's my intuition or instinct about that. It takes time, and you need to develop like your own character, your own personality. Because when you think about it, if God just gave you everything in like an instant or in a very short time, you wouldn't really develop yourself as a person. You know what I'm saying? So that's why these things take time. So when you're dealing with your problems, just hold on to that faith that God and the angels, the cosmic consciousness, the friendly spirits, spirit guides, the friendly gods, they're working in your favor. Even when you think they're not doing enough work or it's not working, they are. They're all working in your favor. It just takes time, and that's really all there is to it. But in the meantime, while something that the God and the angels like that make them work faster, I find is that if you focus your time not just on yourself but on others, and this could mean doing anything, like something I do is making these YouTube videos. Like for a while, I'll just sit there and think about things, and then I'll kind of like formulate or structure my thoughts so that I can make a video about it, and then I actually make the video and express these thoughts, and then people watch them, and they get clarity. So this is like my life's purpose. But when you do these things, when you live your life with some kind of a purpose and intention, God notices that, and God will speed things up for you. It can still take a while, but it will be a shorter time period that your healing or whatever it is that's troubling you will be eased. Your healing will come through. So yeah, just focus on that for a while and just sit with these thoughts. Another good thing is to visualize God. I mean, just keep in mind, like, what you visualize isn't actually the absolute truth about what God is, but it helps to have an image in your mind of what God may look like so that you can kind of have a one-to-one conversation with God. Or if you see God in your surroundings, in nature, or even in society, just develop a relationship with God. And this is the path towards developing a relationship with God. Through prayer and contemplation. But again, these are just fancy words. Contemplation is really just thinking about things like God or existence. And prayer is just having a one-to-one conversation with God, communicating, ask and you shall receive. So just asking God. Just try it. Sit with these thoughts. See ya.